Hey guys, it's Nomster, and today I am in a city. I've been sick for about a week, and I haven't really been able to record a video. I lost my voice. That was an experience. Basically, this is the project I've been working on in the meantime. Now, if you guys have heard of Vanilla Realism, it's a video I made a few months ago. I was going to keep working on it, but I just couldn't. I lost inspiration. This was the city I was making for it, but I've come back to it. I've learned a lot more about commands, speeding up the process. The only thing I've used for MC Edit on this map is the roads and the plots, basically. So anything that's building wise at all is made by me, and that's kind of the whole point of this video. Now if we move on a little bit further, this is all pretty much forced perspective right now, because it's far from done, of course. There are 9 plots, I think, or something like that, and basically I have maybe 2.5 of them filled with buildings, and most of the buildings aren't even done, such as this one right here. It doesn't even have a roof nor interior. Maybe a couple of them have an interior, that's pretty much it, but nothing more than that. So to the point of the video, if you haven't known what Vanilla Realism is, basically it's going to have a system of a bunch of command blocks that add realism to the game, such as thirst, or things like heat stroke or frostbite, just similar things like that. This entire map will be MC edited into an actual survival map, so I'll just load up a survival world and then MC edit this entire map once it's finished into the survival world, so you'll be able to go to lands that aren't this city and then maybe come back to the city at night or something like that. So you'll actually use this as a survival world. I've used quite a few things I've seen on Reddit using banners and stuff like that, so inspiration is there and credit is where it's due. And
This little ice cream truck I saw, and well, the signs I saw basically shows the different types of ice creams you can get. I thought that was cool. This is the oldest thing on this map. Yeah, it runs off a clock that I made probably about a year ago. It is way past due for a revamp. At the time I was proud of it. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
But anyways, okay, so the whole point of this video is to basically get submissions from you guys for buildings or billboards or signs or cars or anything, I guess, you want. Anything you've made in the past or anything you want to make for the purpose of this map, I guess. This will be probably released as my 2,000 subscriber video. Hopefully I can get it done in time. I'm hoping. I've added quite a few buildings I'll go through kind of quickly. I've added the store that you've seen in the last couple of videos. Grocery store, basically. Probably going to revamp it or completely redo it just because I don't like it much anymore. I have a gas station I'm pretty proud of. I think it looks nice. Fire station with a clothing sign that I'm going to use for a clothing building that I haven't made yet. I just left it there because I didn't want to forget it. So this is kind of a fire station, kind of a clothing station. But it's got a little fire truck that I thought looked good. I thought I did a pretty good job on it anyways. It's the only vehicle you cannot get into, though. I might add a way to get into it, I'm not sure. Other than that, all these like trucks and cars that kind of have mud flaps for them, using banners. You can get inside of them. I'm going to have a way that you can test them to see if you can drive them, or just details around the map, basically, that'll have buttons that tell you about the scenario that went down here. Say things like this: the green ones are in order, the red ones are out of order, so we have E85, that's fantastic. We have a little dumpster over here, I guess, using snow to kind of make it look like trash bags. I am using a texture pack that adds 3D rails, and another texture pack that adds random things like sticks and rocks that I saw on Reddit. But basically, it'll add little tiny things. I'm not sure if I'm going to add that to the adventure map or not in the end, but hopefully something like that will go down. Another thing is fire pits. Now if you can see here, there's a little fire pit, but the thing about the fire pit is that it can be done anywhere, really, and the command blocks about it are pretty sweet. It's something new I've added to Vanilla Realism. So if we just kind of make a little fire pit right here, if we come up to it, it'll say place flammables and food in the pit. Oh, get down. If we place the flammables, which is wood, in the pit, add a bunch of wood to it, you know, random wooden structures that you'd find around the map. And then if we add flint that I might replace with coal, it'll make a fire and actually light the place up. And the thing that isn't working with it right now, just due to the snapshot bugs, is it's not hurting me when I go into it, which is a little system that I added in afterwards. It shouldn't hurt you anyways with all the stuff that's happening right now. But basically, if we come over here, we can cook food. So if I cook the beef, you'll get steak. If I cook the pork chop, we get cooked pork chop. And if I put in the water bucket, it gets rid of the fire and the wood and just replaces it with coal. and there's no more light. So it's beautiful. Oh, it's my face. Oh. But yeah, so that's just one of the things. I'm gonna add it so you can purify water with it and also prevent frostbite. And that's all the redstone I have so far, so it's not a whole lot. I'm gonna add a lot of other things though with vanilla realism. I'm gonna add in custom zombies, the ones that will pathfind to the throwing of rocks that I did in my last video before last, where I distracted zombies with rocks, kind of like in the game Last of Us. I'll also use glass bottles as well, so you'll be able to throw the bottles that you drank water out of, and they'll shatter and distract zombies too, hopefully. But basically, oh, do you know who these guys are? But yeah, basically, I've had quite a few good buildings. I've had quite a few haven't been finished at all buildings. But basically, the whole intention of this video is to get submissions from you guys for just the random things that I've said so far, such as like the buildings or signs or billboards or just fountains. I don't know. Things like cars, sure. Water towers might help. I don't know. Just little details too as well. You don't have to junkify them. You don't have to make them look like they're in the apocalypse or anything. I could do that afterwards. So if you just have a building you're proud of, or like a apartment building, or like a normal little house, I guess, I'll go through all the submissions and then might use probably most of them. I guess I'm sure there are some I'll have to turn away, you know, for obvious reasons, and then some that just won't fit the theme at all. But I don't want to have buildings like the Empire State Building or huge Capitol buildings or something like that. Those are cool, obviously. I'd be proud of them too. But I'm just gonna go for the small type city, you know, just a little town basically with some average skyscrapers. Basically, this is the downtown part of it, so this is as big as the buildings will get. And then I'll add more of the houses and apartment buildings throughout this area over here, and some over there. And the main things I'm looking for probably are like a school, and really I don't want to get like 10 schools as submissions, but I'm sure that'll happen anyways if I say I want a school. I'd like a school. That was supposed to be a school, but it's very small on the inside, so I just decided it'd probably be like a library, maybe. I've got a little park over here. But some things is basically basically inspired by all my junk over there. I kind of want a junkyard as well. That'd be pretty cool. But just whatever you guys want, I guess. Whatever you guys would like to have in the map, I guess. Because it's for you guys, I suppose. So if you want to try to get your map in the adventure map, go ahead and submit. There'll be a link in the description to an email address of mine. And it's not my actual email address, so if you try to email me for anything other things, it's probably not going to work. But you can do other ways. You can send me a message of the link of your world download or schematic through YouTube. I'll look through that as well. And yeah, so go ahead and I guess if you want to build something, or if you just want to submit something you've already built, I'll be happy to look at it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.